The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
When was the last time you had really good Texas-style barbecue? Eric's Family Barbecue, the way it's supposed to taste. Always delicious, never rushed, and prepared to perfection. Eric's Family Barbecue uses only 100% fresh meat, slowly smoked over mesquite wood until it's juicy and delicious. We all know their brisket is the best, but have you tried their pulled pork, pork ribs, or rib tips? Amazing, and their sides are all house-made. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meat, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more information.
It's Motorhead right there. Can't beat that. Now, if a ghost were, I'd want that one to haunt me. That would be pretty sweet to have Lemmy asking me questions and stuff. Pretty sweet, I said. We got ourselves the word that we're throwing out there for the holodet. It is apparition. Apparition is the word today, and don't worry about it. Something's weird about our little kickback thing. It's saying only one entry per person, but you're all in. It's loading you up.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Whatever it's telling you is just sent you. It just got fouled up and started to send the wrong thing back to you. So I got a bunch of people say, well, it's saying that I already entered, and I didn't. You're entered. Don't worry. You're in. You spelled it right. You entered. If it tells you you're only allowed to enter once, it's already got you. It's just jumping the gun on you a little bit. Maybe it's trying to enter you 2 times, but you're in there. Trust me on that one. So don't believe that thing. And if you get nothing back, that means you spelled it wrong. So keep trying. Apparition, today's word. Easy stuff. It's already 8:37. This day is flying by. It's ridiculous. Are you filming us?
No.
What are you doing? It looks like a filming.
No, I'm just checking something out. Camera's off.
I know, but what are you doing?
I have a filming I have to do later.
Oh.
Am I making you paranoid?
No, just wondering what. You just set up a little thing in the corner there like a homeless guy, and so I just have a couple questions. That's all.
You've got homework?
I have a little Camelback Hyundai Kia thing I got to make.
Oh.
So I was just trying to get proper angles.
I see. Okay.
Why you got to be at my butt?
Well, because I haven't given you permission to do it, and I'm not going to be
Spielberging it.
Yeah. Although I did have a great experience.
I'm not putting you in it.
Unsolicited testimonial. I had a great experience over there at the Camelback Kia. With the service department there last week.
Yes.
I called up Justin, and I'm like, look, you're closer to my house than the place I normally go. I don't know if you guys do this stuff or not for Jeeps and things. Oh, yeah, we'll do all that. And I'm like, all right, I'll drop it off. And ended up handing me a Hyundai Sonata in the meantime. Nice. Floating around the city in a Sonata.
Loaded with all the candy?
Had a lot of candy in it.
Did it have the things that freak me out are if you touch the line now, it beeps you.
It was yelling at me the whole time.
So you get beeped at constantly. You can turn it off.
Well, that and the fact
that's kind of annoying.
When there was somebody in my blind spot, it would let me know, too. Like little lights would go on.
I like the blind spot.
I didn't.
You didn't like that?
I got it.
But just touching a line.
I got it.
Yeah, it's like having Megan sitting in the thing going, watch out, there's a guy. Shut up, car. I've been doing this for a while.
You can modify it.
Yeah, by cracking out
have
those
her
windows.
Voice.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
God.
Yeah, that's what I need. The car to be a side seat driver.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Megan got so mad at me the other day. So I'm trying to merge onto the freeway. There's no one on the freeway Sunday night, right? So I'm coming onto the freeway in the on-ramp, and there's no one there. So the guy on the one lane is, like, right next to me. And it's like, you got to scoot over to let people merge in. And he just won't do it. So I'm slowing down, and he's, like, kind of barely going just enough. And I'm going to end up on the wrong thing. So I'm like, well, that's it. I'm just going to box this guy in. Because he doesn't understand how the freeway works. So I just go around and I get right next to him, and he wants to change lanes. I just kind of stayed next to him for just shouting at the top of my lungs, you piece of, you know how the freeway works. I lost my mind in some road rage and nonsense. I said, you didn't even signal him. It's merging, Megan. He's a moron.
All been there.
Oh, I've
been on both sides of it.
I'm sure I've been on the other side just going, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Nearly killed a family of 4 there. Do-do-do-do-do. And some guy's just going, you mother, my kids are in the car, you son of a bitch.
That's why that blind spot thing is cool.
No, I don't
Was
need
it
it
a
telling
2018
me.
you got?
Yeah. I don't need it telling me stuff. I like the little opportunity for the light to come on in the mirror. But it was bing, and I wasn't even going to switch lanes. I'm like, I get it. You're gonna talk every time somebody's in the blind spot there, lady?
Makes drivers lazy.
I'm in the car alone, and I'm bitching like, hey, yeah, it does. I think it does too.
Makes drivers lazy.
I think that's true.
You're not paying attention to your blind spot.
It's helpful, and I also agree with that. I think there's 2 sides to that coin. I think, okay, it is going to make me rely more on the idea that, this thing's got it. If I drift off.
Brakes, you're screwed.
Right, because that's what's happening in those Teslas, those people that rely on them.
Uh-huh.
They get a little too reliant on the idea that this thing will get you there. Bonk, you're in the side of a wall. Oops. I probably should have held the wheel a little tighter. Yeah, I didn't mind it, but I don't need it talking to me. Like the little light, the subtle little light on the mirror when someone's in my blind spot and I look and there's a lights on. I go with that, but I don't need to go bing, bing. I might as well just put Megan on the hood with a bullhorn.
You got a car here on starboard, now one on port.
Megan, those are boat terms.
Port, starboard, starboard. You're going too fast. You're merging. Oh, you're going to kill yourself in this thing. Now slow down.
She does that to me all the time at lights. I've been driving by myself for a long time. We're at a light, and I'll be finishing a text at a light because we're stopped. That's okay. And
Is it?
Absolutely.
Is it really?
When the car is stopped, it's the same as being in your home. So I'll finish up a very funny text.
And you know not to be late when it turns green.
More than likely a very funny text. Well, I'm always looking up and down. I see it. I've only been honked at once in my life. I'm good at this.
I love
I start and
It's green.
I'm like, and we're moving, so I already beat you to it.
Well, I didn't think you were going to see it.
Well, you didn't shut up and find out the answers. Keep it down.
Lisa looks over if I'm texting. Can I help you with that? And I'm like, no, I got it. And then when she's driving, I do the same thing. She's like, I got it. And I'm like, well, then stop doing it to me.
I always jiggle the wheel. I'm like, it seems to be pretty firmly on this side of the car. You don't get one. Zip it. One driver per.
You're going to kill someone.
You think that's destroyed
I
marriages?
got it over. Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Just women
Side
and
seat driving?
guys
Yes.
driving together?
Yes.
But it speaks to a larger problem with either one or both of them.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't
But like
driving.
Yeah, if
vacations.
either one of them doesn't like the other one, the way they
Oh, they're
drive.
terrible drivers.
Like you going all to Montana.
Oh,
Trust me, that was a test.
You find out how in love you are.
The only passing thing is that she also had family that was 1,200 miles away, happened to be on the same trip.
You know what's great, though? I've said this before to people, and I think it's a great way to think of your marriage. A car trip. Before you go on a car trip, like you got to plan it out, right? You guys plan your trips to godforsaken villages all over this country.
Swahili.
For
Montana and Wyoming.
4 days in the car, right?
Sure.
And you got to figure, what, 9
2 there,
hours?
2
9
back.
hours a day?
Yeah, sometimes
Okay,
more.
so preparation, let's say you're planning your Christmas trip in July, right? You're like, we're going to do this. Then in July, what you should do is sit in a box with her for 9 hours and see if you can do it. Because chances are you can't. If you just sat in a box.
There's no scenery in the box,
doesn't
John.
matter.
Sure it does.
Put a TV on, no sound. 9 hours of just making conversation and
You
figuring
can't
things
get
out.
out like every 2 hours for a Cracker Barrel or something like that?
No. It's 9
That's a
hours
tough
because
one.
you know why?
That's tough.
We're going.
We
We're
are
going for
going.
9. I'm not
We
going
are
to pull
going.
over every time you got to pee. You got to pee now, otherwise you're peeing in cans. 9 hours. You couldn't do it. You could never sit in a box with your wife for 9 hours. But yet you put yourself through it, and then you
there's
add 2
distractions in
kids.
there.
Oh,
The kids are at an age, though, where they're just dumbed down.
makes you want to
Throw
kill
a
each
screen
other.
in front of them, which I also hate, but they're on a drive, and I'd rather have them be on a screen than bitching.
My dad's friend just bought one of those gigantic Mercedes super bus things that's got like a little house in it, but they're not huge, but they're big. And he's retired now, and he's like, me and Kim are going to drive all over the country. I'm like, how's that going? We made it up to South Carolina. No, they live in Florida. We made it up to South Carolina. We've done that one. I'm like, how long have you been at this? About a year. Like, you guys, what are you going to do next?
All over Florida?
Just quick trips around Florida. Like, okay, so the South Carolina trip nearly ended in a murder. So you guys are going to just hit the basic beaches around your home? Yeah. We're going to try to get up there in the summertime when the weather's nice. They've got an excuse to not get in that car together.
Well, you
at
definitely
all
find
times.
out where you're compatible.
I can't stand each other.
Texter
Nobody likes anybody that much.
Texter says, I told my wife, John, a couple years ago that she needs to get royalty checks from the automakers because they're using her likeness in all the cars. Bitches at me when my seatbelt's off. Bitches at me when something's stopping short in front of me. Bitches at me when I got something in my side view mirror. Stop
So
bitching.
true. Yeah. The car is now bitching at you. It's taking the role of your wife.
The car is dinging for a reason.
Oh, that could be a bit much. You got the wife and the dinging.
Oh,
and
man.
Oh,
You're going to want to kill somebody.
just drive right off. You're going to Thelma and Louise with your wife.
It's a great test, though, for relationships. Like,
Boy, is it.
the first time you travel together, you know.
You know, hey, I can do this. Megan sleeps through the whole thing. It makes me mad when she sleeps. We'll go like 3-hour trips or longer if anything's driving, and I look over and she's out like a light. And I always just push her.
What are you doing?
If you even act tired tonight when we're trying to get stuff, I'm going to kick you in the head.
I just needed a little nap.
I've been up since 4. What did you do today?
You're supposed to be my...
You got to be my comic
Co-pilot.
relief. You got to be the one telling me, hey, John, you're sleeping. How about that? You need to be the one on alert here, not
Can I
me.
get you something?
Yeah.
Guy says, so John, next time you fly off to Vegas, you got to send Megan up to the cockpit, right? And make sure you're arriving safely, make sure everything's going all right.
Nobody ever does that to the Greyhound driver.
Right.
You're going a little
Got
fast.
everything going?
I think you're going a little fast.
John, my girlfriend, I think, is suicidal. Every damn day she likes to put on her makeup in the damn car in traffic, and she's driving. I don't understand women drivers.
I've lost my mind at that girl, too. And it's usually something like, you can put all the makeup on in the world, you fat bitch, but you're never going to be able to be pretty and a good driver. Get off the road.
Hi.
She has no idea I've lost my mind.
John, I didn't know your wife and mine were related.
They're all the same.
They're the same person.
Yep.
I wish you could give these credit, because somebody
I
asked
know,
me
nobody
before,
puts their name on there. All I have is a number.
who's the guy that just, like, says stuff randomly in, like, a text form?
That's Richard. He's our voice for the people.
I've had people ask me. It's kind of weird. I don't...
Richard is the
what's
voice of the
happening.
people.
Yeah.
He will read your texts anonymously.
Yeah, they need a name.
Yeah.
Like, give them credit.
Yeah, sign your name.
Put your name in your
There you
text. I'm going to do that. My wife will get all pissed off.
I can't do that.
I do that. That's
Hold on.
garbage, yeah.
I'm brave, but I'm not that brave.
Ryan. Oh, whatever.
Last week on
just
the,
at the end of each one, just say, signed Ryan. Our texter's name as an audience
give him
is
a name.
Ryan. They're all Ryan.
I'll give him a nickname.
It's Ryan the
here we
audience.
go.
Oh, Brady
Here we
can
go.
nickname
Okay.
everything.
I'm not interested. It'll be textile or something stupid.
Spelled S-T-Y-L-E. Textile. Get it?
Text him a text
We're
face.
just going to call him Ryan.
Guy who hates his wife?
The text name is Ryan.
Hate him and Kate's a lot.
All right.
Even the chicks?
Ryan. Yeah, all of them. All of them. It's an androgynous name. You can have a cute girl named Ryan.
My name is Scott Bigelow, Eric. Thanks for the credit.
There you
See,
go.
there you go. Scott,
And if you want
give
to,
him credit for a good text.
if you want to not be Ryan, you're Scott Bigelow. You're one or the other. Okay, he's the first one to chime in. Screw the Ryan thing. All texters are now Scott Bigelow.
There you go. Okay. Scott Bigelow is texting
Scott
again.
Bigelow, yeah. Well, I don't even have to say he's texting again. He's always texting.
We have...
He's everyone who texts. Even if it disagrees with the last text, it's still Scott Bigelow and Scott Bigelow.
Right.
So, like new listeners show, why does
Yeah,
only
why is-
one guy ever
One
get
guy
in on
named Scott Bigelow. Scott Bigelow says, John, you're wrong. Go surreal. But Scott Bigelow retorts, I believe John's right.
So like this one. John, you are a moron. Unsigned would be
Scott Bigelow.
Scott Bigelow.
Right. Right. That's from a woman, by the way, who just dreams of having a gas pedal and a brake in the passenger side.
And this one's also uncredited. So Scott Bigelow also says, what I do, John, is get a rent car. And then I tell my wife it adds too much to the daily insurance in order to add her as a driver.
Jeez.
She can't drive.
Jesus. Just diagnose her with an eye illness. Right. You've got something wrong with your eyes. Just have some doctor dummy up some papers. You're not allowed to drive anymore. I have to tote you everywhere.
I love Brady. He is my hero. Signed, Marty Lovingly.
Scott Bigelow.
Scott Bigelow.
That from Scott Bigelow. All right. Apparition is the word. 97936. That's what we're looking for today. And that's all you got to do. Apparition. 97936. Might get you $500. We got about 20 more minutes before we pull the plug on Apparition and call you up and give you the money. And then Larry
Actually, I
will
think
do
I put it till 9:15 today.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Because
All right.
we got it a little late.
I'm sorry. 25 more minutes.
Hey, give him the-
Scott Bigelow just texted.
Yep.
What a douche. Scott Bigelow also says, thanks for the extra 5 minutes. Anyway, so around 20 minutes, give or take. We're going to pull. Toledo will call you, and then you pick it up. You win $500. Larry does it again at 11. Fitz does it at 3. We're handing out money because we buy your love. That's what we do. We got Rock Wars right around the corner, too. It's 98 KUPD.
98.
Oh my gosh.
98.
Shut the front door.
KUPD.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.